Yeah, did. Certainly loved Africa, Barb. The last morning he went on a balloon ride over the migrating herds and stuff. And when he got home, I think he was still pumped for it. He was trying to talk me to go back over there with him. That's how pumped he was about it. He loved that. Just on that, we were talking about that the other day. When Lloyd used to go on a holiday, he'd spend 2 months planning it, 2 weeks on the holiday, then 2 months documenting it. And that was on an organised holiday. So yeah, he loved his holidays. I think Sharpie's around here somewhere, Gary? Who knows what this bloke was saying? My apologies for his appearance.
Righto. Mark and the boys have asked me to do a short speech today to share some memories of Lloyd as I was growing up. He was a great man and I'm honoured to do so. Just going back to that, Trev, you took the thunder on one story, but we'll cover that in a second. I first met Lloyd when I was about 57 years ago. Mum and Dad had taken me to soccer, which I hated. They said, all right, let's try rugby league. We turned up at East Maitland Park for training, meet the coach, Lloyd Crockett. He was having more fun than the kids, that was me hooked. And that's how our relationship with the Crockett family began. He was my footy coach, my cricket coach, my teacher and a family friend. And as Stephen and I became best mates, their home soon became my second home. The thing I always remember about Lloyd is that if he was with 10-year-olds, he was 10. If he was with 18-year-olds, he was 18, and so on and so on. He had this ability to mix with everyone on every level and just loved doing it. Our families, the gang as we called ourselves, spent countless long weekends, school holidays, camping at Crescent Head, Mile Lakes, Yeogan, Sandbar, and later years Jimmy's Beach. And no matter where we went, Lloyd was always the king of us kids. Whether it was fishing, surfing, prawning, cards, cricket, spotlight, he always had the entertainment sorted. I went to East Maitland Primary School on the New England Highway, which was only 2 lanes, but very, very busy with coal trucks. Anyway, when I started year 6, Lloyd was my teacher. He always called me Split Pin. One day he said, Split Pin, you got a minute? Yep. He hands me some money and says, run over the road and get me a packet of Rothmans from the servo. I think I was 12. So off I go, come back, give him the darts, good on you, Split. Well, he must have been impressed because that became a regular job of mine. One day at footy he said, your sidestep's improved. What have you been doing? And I replied, dodging coal trucks, Mr. Crockett. In the same year, Lloyd got this idea to start camping trips for year 6 classes. He moved mountains to make it happen, and sure enough it happened. After all, that was better than standing in front of a blackboard. Well, the destination was Cranky Corner, as Trev said. I've got 2 nights, maybe it was 1 night. A bus dropped us off. We set about camp tents, fire, sleeping bags, etc. First activity was a creek walk, then a bush walk, with the Pied Piper, Mr. Crockett, leading the charge. He had the torches for spotlight that night and told funny stories around the fire, where I'm sure he snuck in a few nightcaps. Us kids had a ball, thanks to Mr. Crockett, and I've just remembered, Mr. Black. Now, I'm not sure how much I learned that year, but I do know whatever I learned, I did it Mr. Crockett's way, with fun being the objective. Lloyd had a unique way with a few words. He greeted you with, how are you, digger? Good to see you, mate. I was always pleased to see you. If you've got a big fish or even got a new car, that's a bloody beauty. She's a ripper. If it didn't go to plan, bugger, or that's a bugger. One time at Sandbar, after 1,000 beers, Lloyd said to Jane and I, let's go fishing in the morning. Yep, no problem. We woke at 5, very dusty as you did at Sandbar. So we're on the Smiths Lakes trolling for flathead. We're catching plenty. Lloyd's driving the boat, sucking darts, having a hair of the dog. And with every fish caught, he would say, "That's a ripper. Well done, digger. Good on you, mate. That's a bloody beauty. That's a good fish, mate. And if we lost one, bugger. Well, that's a bugger." Jane and I had a ball that day, but I don't think our enjoyment matched Lloyd's. He just loved showing us how to catch fish. As I reflect over the years, I didn't realise the influence Lloyd had on my life in so many ways. The importance of friends, the importance of doing what you love to do, the importance of fun, the importance of interest in others. He was always so pleased to see you, to listen to your adventures, to encourage your adventures and swap stories. Just before Christmas, I called over to see him. We'd been away for most of the last year. And I walked in and got this: "Split pin, how are you, mate? So good to see you, digger," as only Lloyd could. He asked about our trip, told stories of his many trips. We chatted for ages. It was a fantastic morning. As I speak for myself and all the gang, we are so pleased he played such a big role in our lives. I know the kids from the gang feel the same way and have many wonderful memories and stories of a wonderful man. He showed us all how to live life like it should be. He had influences on so many people who never ever knew, but that was the magic of Lloyd Crockett. In finishing, as Lloyd would say, "Mate, it's a bugger, but digger, you were a bloody beauty."
Right, there was a couple of other people that were going to speak that unfortunately had to go home, so that's probably about it for the moment. I'd just like to thank everyone that's come to the service, the memorial end here, and quite a few people have travelled quite a distance. I've actually just noticed Gary over there, Dad's cousin. So thanks everyone for coming. I guess if anyone wants to say anything, I don't think anyone would mind. I do see Paul Marston over there. I believe you were going to say something, Paul. You texted me the other day and said I'd love to say something. That's about it, mate. I guess it's just a celebration of Dad's life. As I said in my little speech that I piped out of, we've got Quinny to do. But yeah, he wouldn't like anyone to mourn too long. Dad was a party man, and he didn't mind a frothy one or a brown musket back in the day. So yeah, have a few beers and maybe share a few stories. Thank you.